No. You have money? Just gonna document my trip to Walmart here, and yeah, so so there's water at the Orchard Mesa grocery store, and but there was just a few of the Arrowhead bottles. So I guess that the what is it, the one out of Denver, the Great Value, I think it's out of Denver. I don't know where they get if it's the Denver municipal water, but yeah, this is why I'm going to the mountains, because I am not gonna sit in this desert with this water getting short, and then I'm shit out of luck when it shits like this, and I'm going back up to the mountains, because I'm gonna have a source of water that I can boil, because I'm not gonna play this kind of game. This is crazy. I mean, I think it is a game, because I think that they're not telling us anything really. I don't know what it is, but that's it, folks. Yep. Make sure you get to the stores early in the morning so you can get some water. Back again, it's the same thing. It's just Nestle Pure Life, but today they have some of this one. So yeah, this is what's going on. They have bottles, but they don't have the gallons. So so crazy. Okay guys, I made it. I am officially in a better place. I am in a better place, and I'm happy, and I'm just so happy right now. Actually, I kind of had a little bit of a fiasco last night. I kind of ended up crying because I could not find where I was gonna park at first, but yeah, so I'm back in the mountains and everything, and it's icy, snowy, and it was -6 degrees last night. I know I'm clapping. I know I get so happy, but that desert is so cold. I can't even explain it. I'm sorry. Like, right now it is 7 degrees. I'm in a tank top. Everybody's like, damn, like, what, are you cold? And I'm like, no, I came from the desert. Like, and then this one lady, she was like, oh yeah, man, you're right. Cause I know how cold that desert really gets cold. Cause she said her family, one of her family members lived in Joshua Tree back in California. And man, I'll tell you, whew, it is warmer. It's safer. I even was by a lake, and that's where it's -6 degrees, and I am not even cold. Let me tell you, I am not even cold. Like, man, I just went and just got some breakfast real quick, yeah, I am so happy. My mood is actually so much better in the colder conditions. So I really just kind of like, now I just kind of feel like, oh darn, now it's going to become spring. And but I know, like, legitimately my car can't handle being up here. So it's probably, it's a good time I'm coming now when spring is starting and everything. That's usually when I start to come back up to the mountains. So next year, I most likely am going to probably just fully stay in the mountains all year, just all year. Cause that desert, let me tell you, I'm not going back. I will not go back. It honestly, it was really helpful because there's kratom. So I found that, and that is the great remedy, because these doctors, I was talking to another woman, also, and she said, yeah, these doctors, they don't prescribe opioids anymore. You have to see a pain specialist. And she said also the pain specialist she saw, it's like, oh, you gotta, first try Lyrica, and then they'll give you something for pain. So I'm not even dealing with any doctors anymore anyways, but, yeah, I pretty much am just, kind of done with trying to deal with doctors and all this stuff. But, if I do eventually, maybe I could try to see if I could find a good doctor, but, I don't know. I mean, I could, possibly look around once I, get established in a better area. But, yeah, I feel much safer. I don't feel like, Grand Junction, I feel so unsafe that I don't even feel safe just, like, parking my car anywhere. Like, there was, yesterday I was at the car wash, man, people walking by my car and my stuff. It's just like, man, I just did not feel safe. And then, some guy came by and he was like yelling, like screaming, like, so I think he was homeless or something. I don't know. He was like yelling and screaming, just something like some shit that you would see in like LA. I just started to feel like I was in LA or Denver, and you know, it really sucks because the desert had changed. It really, it was, you know, it still was fucked up, but it was tolerable. It was good. I had a good time in the desert. It was good. But now the energy, that this evil that's upon the land everywhere, it's just at the point where it's just so bad. Like it's just so severe in places. And I think it's mostly these big cities. Like God's just like, you know what? Just get out of here. That's just what I feel like my spirit, my intuition's telling me, just get out of there. Cause, you know, seeing that water shortage, I'm not gonna be in the desert with a water shortage, you know. That's not gonna ever happen. That's not, And that's one of the main reasons I left California, because I started just getting nervous. I just started, you know, there was a point that came where I just started to stock up water, stock up food. And then there came a point where I realized, you know what? I can stock up all this water and all this food. It'll kind of never be enough, you know, for if shit hits the fan. I realized that, you know what? Out here in this desert, out here in California, there's no water for about, I want to say, like, there's some in the Big Bear, those mountains and stuff, but other than that, like, pretty much, if there's ever, like, a water shortage in the desert, it's just done. It's done. There's no, like, I like to be somewhere where I can get, when shit hits the fan, where I can get into the mountain, into some water, and all that, you know? So I just think of that. I always think of strategizing and realizing, okay, you know, how I'm going to do this. Because you have a choice with survival. It's either, we have one of two choices, either city survival or mountain survival. You could either stay in the city, stock up all your supplies and, you know, guns, survival stuff, and survive in the city. But for me, I kind of find it to be harder in a way, but then again, mountain survival is harder. So there's like pros and cons of both, but I'm going to go probably for the mountain survival for when shit hits the fan. I'm not going to like just, you know, stay kind of docked somewhere. I'm going to keep moving, keep making sure that I'm moving to water and food sources and stuff like that. Because something's going on. I don't know what's going on, but they're short on the gallons of water. So I'm really thinking of that. So, yeah, so I, yesterday kind of was just like crying because I was like, I had gone to this first spot and it was like icy and my car can't get up any like hills that are icy. So I kind of started like crying and panicking and I was like, oh no, because it's like, I have to make this work. Like I need to buy chains. I got to do whatever it takes to make my car work in the mountains because I'm not going back to that desert. It's not going to happen. There's too many reptilians from California and Texas. And, you know, the thing is that I had tried to warn people about these reptilians coming here from California and Texas. Now, look what happened. So, first in Boulder, all those houses burned down. Next, we have a nutcase over here from UCLA. Went ahead, made an 800-page manifesto. 800-page manifesto of blowing up a college or something like that. Yeah, so my mom had told me about it, and then I had looked on the news and I saw, oh, that's in Boulder. I thought it was in California. I'm like, what? So these Californians are real active up in Boulder. They're fucking Boulder up. They're really fucking Boulder up, man. I'm telling you. And it's like, this is what I was trying to tell people when I was up there in Salida and I had my sign saying, hey, these reptilians from California and Texas are coming to Colorado and destroying Colorado. And this one guy, he was nice. He was from the San Luis Valley. And he was like, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, there's too many of these damn California and Texans out here. There's just too much. You know, and I'm from California. I am from California. But my whole life, I had always wanted to live where there were cows in nature. Like I'm not a city girl, but a lot of these people that are showing up here, they got city mentality. They're city. I'm not city. I never was city. When I lived in that city my whole life, I was so freaking depressed. I was just horribly depressed. And then I finally now got to, you know, where I'm in nature, where I can live in nature, fully in nature. I don't need technology. I don't need like any of all this stuff that these other demons need. You know, I don't need to, I can get outdoors and work with my hands and stuff like that. And these demons are showing up here from, you know, and they're gang stalking me. They're interstate gang stalking me because they're coming from other states too, for whoever's paying whoever. So, I just want to give you guys an update. I'm in a better place. I'm going to go ahead and take this next few days to just heal. Like my body's kind of just like healing now that I'm in the higher elevation and where I'm with some cold. Because I do that Wim Hof method. And it's crazy because I probably could have been getting in the water with the snow in there if I had I kept it up and, you know, stayed up in the mountains and kept getting in that cold water. I still may, if there is some water, I still probably will try to get in and get myself in that water, because that is so good for immunity. And this cold weather just like helps my mood so much. It's just so calming, and it's so quiet here. It was so loud in Grand Junction. I could not take it anymore. I could not. And the way that these people were stalking me, you know, the way that this motherfucker, they're sending a Walmart staking me out everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, staking me out. And if I didn't get out of Grand Junction, it's like, you know what? I'm going to either end up, I'm going to snap. So I'm glad I got out there, because it was like, it was getting to the point where it's like I'm about to snap. They're following me around in these hunter clothes. They're following me around everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, every car that I turn to, I seriously was, it was like getting like Denver. It was really like Denver. And it's like, yeah. For me, I was at the point last night, I was kind of thinking, damn, like, I don't care what ice road, like, I have to get on. I am not going back to that desert, because for a minute I got scared. I'm like, oh no, am I going to have to go back to the desert? It's like, no, we're going to make this work. We are going to, yeah, we're good. So, I am going to go ahead and just relax. I'm just so happy I finally am in a better place. I'm so happy. I just, you know, I'm going to just go ahead and relax here and figure it all out. And I wanted to just talk about the craziness going on here and show some of these videos of all the stuff going on there. So hopefully I won't, you know, encounter this bullshit for a while, you know, of all the stuff that was happening in Grand Junction. Man, I'll tell you that Grand Junction was crazy. So as for like the kratom for pain, yeah, that helped to have that as a backup. You know, that's one of the good things about the desert. So I was able to, you know, find that out, that, okay, I can, you know, because I had taken kratom years and years and years ago. I had gotten some like years ago at, you know, they sell it at a smoke shop. But it's a good natural remedy that's like, okay, I can go ahead and take that when I'm in acute pain. I don't have to go to the ER and then deal with them, you know, treating me like shit, or you know, being in so much pain where I feel like, you know, sometimes you can get in so much pain where it's like you just don't even know what to do anymore. Like, I could not eat. So like, since I've been in the desert, I've been eating way better. I've been eating because I was in so much pain and Salida that I stopped eating. Like, I actually ended up losing a lot of weight because I was not eating and everything. So yeah, because when I'm in pain, I won't even eat. I just will not eat, you know, because the pain, it just like is certain times of the month that I get this like flare. It's like fibromyalgia runs in my family, so it's just really hard. So yeah, so other than that, I just wanted to share this video. And yeah, and then I'll probably take some videos of you know, the nature and stuff, and checking that out and stuff. I'm just so happy to be back in the mountains. I know I'm just like so smiley right now, because yeah, it just really helps my mood being in this kind of cold. It really is good. And you know, in the desert, it's warm during the, yeah, it like gets hot during the day, but like it's a different kind of cold. And like, once the sun set, like it goes like to your fingers, like the tips of your, like pretty much your hands and your feet will just be numb within like, I want to say a minute. And your head too, like you have to keep your head so warm. That's why like those people in the deserts wear those big things on their head, because the way that desert, that air goes, it just, all the heat just leaves your head so fast and leaves your like hands and body so fast. It's just like, last night I slept so good, man. I love it. I know this is crazy. People probably think this is crazy. Like, she loves negative temperatures. I know, I just do. I'm just like, so that's why I'm thinking about where I'm gonna move within the next couple months. Cause you know, when my registration expires and stuff, I'm gonna need to figure out a new state, or if I can possibly find an area of Colorado that's not getting filled with these Californians and Texans, you know, that'll be great. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on with my day, and I will go ahead and try to post another video in a few days, and I hope you guys all have a good day. Bye.